Hello, this is Sage the Balloon Sage, and today's tutorial features this Deluxe Christmas Tree Balloon Bracelet. The pine itself is a single green 260 set on a white 260 base, while the details of the star and trunk are created from yellow and mocha brown scrap. If decorating your Christmas tree bracelet sounds like fun, a variety of stickers can represent ornaments. Inflate your green 260 approximately halfway and begin with a small bubble on the top, about that size, followed by two small thin pinch twists. One and two. You'll notice a pattern here. It's basically bubble, pinch twist, 4 times. So here's another bubble. This one's going to be a little bit smaller than the one up here to keep it from looking sparse in between those two levels. And at this point, we're switching over to a triple pinch twist cluster. These are going to be a little bit larger, and of course, there are going to be 3 of them. The rounder, the better, but it's kind of hard to when the bubble you're using is about this size, but that's okay. Again, the second one. And the move for this, when you have more than 2, you make 2, really bring the balloon around so that when you make the third one, it's all centered and will be easy to position into one cohesive piece. So here's the third one, same size, twist it off, going to come through the center here as we move on. I'll do all the adjustments in a jump cut, but suffice it to say there will be a lot of positioning for this design to make it look perfect. So again, bubble technique, small bubble, make sure you can see it there. And we're doing another triple pinch twist cluster. This time they're much fuller. We're maybe even pushing from the back a little bit, making sure it's a nice full round bubble for this next set of pinch twists. So pinch that off carefully, and 2 more times. That's the second one. Again, bring that balloon around. Careful manipulations. And here's the third. One more time just to be sure. Alright, we're almost done with the pine tree. As we make one final sectional bubble, like that. And at this point we're moving into petal twist territory because we are making cylinders. Cylinder twist this size. Nice big, and there's going to be 4 for the bottom one. It gives it a really full look on the bottom. Now when you twist these together, I guess mini petal twist you can call it, you want to make sure that both ends, either side, is in the middle when it meets and not off to the side, or you won't get a nice look. So there it is. Perfect. I'm going to do that 3 more times. Cylinder, petal, cylinder, make it a petal, tie it through, and we finish with a final cylinder to petal twist. Whew. It's a little tricky. It's alright. Tight it. Pull it through and just break off the extra. This will probably be the most difficult part of the design, so if you get this, you're in the clear. And then just position it to your aesthetic preference. With your pine perfectly positioned, we move on to step 2, the snowy bracelet base, formed from 5 to 7 petal twists, depending on your preference. And I'm going to be doing the 7 petal version, beginning with a small petal twist about this size, with a nozzle tied in a couple times to make sure that it stays secure and doesn't come undone. So we'll move on to the second one. Anything past 6 is a little tricky, but I like the aesthetic of it much better. So the third one, 4, 5, 6. A little cluster there. And here's the 7th one. We pop off the excess. It's nice and secure. Tie it all in there. And then just position it into the familiar flower shape. I like to push it against my stomach sometimes in order to position it. Hold it for me. About like that. A scrap of brown is all you will need to link the two components. Beginning with creating the trunk for the tree, just take the nozzle end there, or the strap end, tie it very nice and flush into that bottom section. Once you've done that, I like a stylized kind of almost like a little ball for a trunk rather than an elongated trunk, and it keeps the design much sturdier. So I'm going to push it real hard from the back, just get enough for a little bit of a trunk just like that. I think that looks best. You're going to pop off. This is a little tricky because you need to pop off while keeping this really tight, so you want to make sure there's an end on the balloon when you do it. Tie it off very carefully and keep that pressure on the trunk. Grab the base we just made and tie that in as well. Once again, very flush, hold tight, don't pop, wrap it around all over the place, and then just readjust. Once you are happy with the look of your tree, it's time to adorn the top with a star, creating a quintuple pinch twist cluster from yellow scrap. So we begin with a small pinch twist about that size, pinch it off, and do it a couple times and it'll hold. Make a second one, same size, pinch them together. You're going to want to create, obviously, kind of a star formation if possible. There's 3 on top, 2 more down there. 4, and number 5. So we've got all 5. And tie it in kind of through the center, make it nice and secure. Pop off, tie it through. Grab your tree after you've positioned the star. Scoot like that. And you'll remember the nozzle at the top. Simply tie it on with that. Nice and flush against the tip as well. It's par for the course for this design. Alright, adjustments and perfection. Looking good, now it's time to braceletize with a white 260. I've sort of inflated it with my mouth here. It's not inflated, but the uninflated chamber is full of air, if that makes sense. And I kind of push down from the top. The reason is, if there's not some air, it'll twist up and be uncomfortable on the kid's hand. Much less likely to do that if it's got some air trapped in there. A little bit of pressure. Okay, once you've done that, I'm going to take the nozzly end, stick it through the middle, and make it like a standard bracelet. Tie it through, tie it around. Down. Make a loop. It is a little bit difficult with the 7 petals, but tie it back in, loop it around, and now it's a bracelet. Many of us have fond memories of decorating the Christmas tree with our families, and I have to say that even decorating these mini balloon Christmas trees with my girlfriend was a lot of fun, and I think the stickers really bring the design to life. Thank you so much for joining me, and I have a massive amount of new content on the way, so please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next tutorial.